Hello guys, how are you? Today, video number 10, we will be talking about The Great CEO Within by Matt Mochary. Okay, I'm currently in Tunis, in Tunisia. That's why I'm wearing this t-shirt, or how they would say in Tunisia, Salamu alaikum everyone. So, The Great CEO Within is a tactical guide for company building. So, first, let me introduce you who Matt Mochary is. So, Matt Mochary is a highly respected CEO that he worked as a coach in many big tech companies such as Bolt, OpenAI, Brex, Clearbit, and many other companies, and as well an author, as you can see. He wrote this book with help of multiple CEOs. For example, Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, as well CEO of Reddit, multiple tech startups, right? So, what was the purpose of this book? So basically, is to provide CEOs and leaders in the business environment with a practical framework and tools to enhance all of their leadership skills with the objective to optimize management processes, leadership and culture, scaling, self-management. So it aims to really equip leaders with the strategies needed to transform their businesses. So essentially, it's a guide to becoming a more effective leader by mastering the internal and external aspects of CEO duties. So, the way we will be talking about multiple sections and aspects of company buildings, of building companies. So, firstly, I want to give some recommendations that Matt Mochary gives in his book about self-management. Before, I want to mention that a lot of the self-management recommendations or lessons he talks about are shared by many top leaders in the business environment and many gurus from the business world. And now I'll give you some examples. For example, when it comes to talk about self-management, he recommends, for example, in order to be as efficient as possible, the importance of daily planning. So he really emphasizes the importance of starting each day with a clear plan. So this involves like reviewing tasks and priorities to ensure focus and productivity throughout the day. So this was as well said in the book of The One Thing, which I made a summary too about it, which as well talks about time optimization. Again, he mentions as well time blocking, as in the One Thing book. So he recommends allocating specific blocks of time during the day to different tasks or different types of work, as this can help prevent the day from becoming fragmented and inefficient. Because is it shown by many experiments that workers, for example, in their offices, they lose 1/3 of their time between one task and another. So when they finish one task before starting the other task, they lose a lot of time, right? And even in offices, they say that workers get distracted every 11 minutes, which are strong statements, actually. But yeah, so basically this technique of time blocking really ensures that the important tasks get the undivided attention that they really require. For example, email management. So in order to really handle efficiently emails, Mochary recommends setting specific times to check emails so it doesn't become a constant distraction each time you receive an email. So he advocates using tools or systems to help prioritize and organize incoming messages. So let's say you will select 2 time periods for each day. In the morning when you wake up, you have like 1 hour period or 2 hours to check emails and answer all of the emails from the day before, and then maybe at 8 p.m. before dinner, another 2 hours to check all of the emails you received during the day. Then, as well as some of you may be aware of, he gives some recommendations in order to have a clearer mind and think clearly. So he recommends, of course, meditation and mindfulness. So incorporating mindfulness practices such as meditation can really help improve focus and reduce stress. So Mochary points out that even short periods of meditation can lead to clearer thinking and better decision making. Of course, physical exercise, regular physical activity is highlighted as a key component of effective self-management. Then I wanted to talk about some of his recommendations for team building and management. He emphasizes the importance of hiring the right people. So Mochary really stresses the importance of rigorous hiring processes to ensure that only candidates who are a strong fit for the company's culture and values are selected. So this includes, for example, using structured interviews or assessment methods or systems to evaluate both skills and alignment with the company's core values. And here I want to link with the importance of clear core values. So the importance of building a culture of trust, encouraging open communication and transparency, not just within the team and within the company, in order to help building trust. So leaders should model this behavior by being open about challenges and decisions. Then something important, well, there are two things. Firstly, the importance of having clear role definitions, as each team member should have a clear understanding of their roles and responsibilities. So this clarity, knowing who is doing what and why and when, etc., this clarity of roles really prevents overlapping and gaps in team's efforts. So this, which can really lead to inefficiency and frustration if it's not clear enough. However, how do you know if there is an efficiency or if workers are being efficient? So you need to manage performance. So you need to have regular feedback and performance reviews. Regular feedback and performance reviews are critical. Mochary really advocates for a continuous feedback system where employees receive immediate feedback on their work, which allows them for a quick adjustment and personal growth. For example, I created a software with a friend of mine where we offer restaurants and physical shops to track and get reviews from their customers. With an NFC card, we track which of their workers are getting a higher amount of reviews and why. And then we can try to identify trends or patterns. We can identify deficiency from different workers, etc. And at the same time, businesses get to improve. Clients that are not aware of this company can see the reviews from other people, etc. So it's super important to really manage performance, to keep improving. As well, when you manage performance, you can empower employees, which this means rewarding them. So Mochary really suggests that leaders should set clear goals but allow individuals the freedom to determine the best way to achieve them. So giving customers some type of autonomy in their roles that fosters innovation and motivation. So professionals in the work environment have the ability to keep developing, to develop themselves professionally. So investing in your team, in your team's development, not only enhances their skills, but also boosts morale and loyalty. So this can involve training programs, workshops, or even providing resources for self-learning. So as well, Matt Mochary, he gives some recommendations in terms of decision-making frameworks. So he really emphasizes the importance of having a prioritization matrix. So Mochary really advocates using tools like the Eisenhower box or even the urgent important matrix to really prioritize tasks based on their urgency and importance. So this helps leaders to focus on what truly drives value for the company while delegating or delaying less critical tasks. Then the importance of data-driven decisions. A lot of the time humans, they tend to make decisions emotionally, and this is a problem if you want to really get things done. So this can get data-driven decisions can be really linked with rational decision making, as you really emphasize the importance of that in decision making. So it doesn't matter what you feel, even if you like the answer or you don't. He suggests that leaders should base their decisions on analytics and data whenever is possible, rather than relying slowly on intuition or their preferred option. So this approach, the fact of using data, analytics and numbers, can help reduce bias and increase the accuracy of decisions, especially when there are big things into play. However, before making significant decisions, such as it's recommended to conduct a cost-benefit analysis, as it can provide a clear picture of the potential returns and risk from a certain decision. So this framework helps comparing the expected cost and benefits of various options that can lead to more informed choices. So for example, and you can use this system for everything, not just in terms of business, even for example when deciding which house to move into, by simply analyzing it, trying to understand and predict the future costs and what can be the risks that they can be that you can receive in the future, or that they can be so this is as well a good way of decision making, trying to do cost benefit analysis by identifying what are the risks and the benefits, the expected costs, the benefits, various options, yes, and expected returns, potential risks, etc. Matt Mochary, when it comes to decision making, he uses a 5 whys technique. So whenever a problem arises in a situation, doesn't matter where it is, Matt recommends using the 5 whys technique, which is basically a method that involves asking why 5 times in order to peel all of the layers from a problem and uncover its fundamental cause. So let's say you woke up yesterday morning. I think we saw this on the previous book. I think they mentioned a similar technique. So basically asking why. So for example, yesterday morning I woke up tired. Why? What was the reason? Maybe I went to sleep late. Why I went to sleep late? Let's say I went out. Then why I went out? Maybe I had to go see someone. Why I had to... And understanding what is the root of the problem or what is causing this problem, in order to uncover the fundamental cause. And this is particularly useful in troubleshooting and problem-solving scenarios. Then, the importance of decentralized decision making. Mochary, as it may be controversial for other people, he encourages leaders to empower their team members by delegating decision-making authority. So this doesn't only speeds up the process, but also helps in building a more agile and responsive organization. And again, focusing and emphasizing the importance of trust, giving trust to their employees by incentivizing them to make decisions on their own without the need to keep being approved by their superiors. Then Matt Mochary, he gives some lessons or recommendations on operating efficiently. Again, some of the techniques, lessons, or recommendations mentioned before can be as well used when operating, of course. But for example, he mentions the importance of leveraging technology. So what does he mean by leveraging technology? He means being up to date all the time with technology, adopting the right technology tools, as it can dramatically improve efficiency. Many of the tech companies he's been working for and he created help companies in being more efficient when operating. For example, Clearbit, Brex, I think it's called, even OpenAI. All of these are software companies, tech companies that enable companies to be more efficient when operating. For example, a software that is linked with your credit card and controls your payments, identify what payments are useful, which ones are not useful, of course based on a number of criteria. So Mochary suggests on investing in enterprise resource planning, ERP systems, such as project management software and other tech solutions that enhance data flow and coordination across the organization. Even softwares to set in order to set clear objectives and key results, CKR, setting CKRs. So Mochary advocates the OKR framework to set and communicate clear objectives and measurable results, maybe following the SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time specific. So this helps ensure that everyone in the organization is aligned and working efficiently toward common goals, which makes the company work better together. Mochary emphasizes the importance of automating repetitive tasks to free up human resources for more strategic activities. So this could involve using softwares, as I mentioned, like scheduling, email management, customer relationship management. Again, it comes leveraging technology, trying to be as efficient as possible when operating. As well, there are softwares that help you identify and eliminate inefficiencies in business processes. This is key. So this might involve, for example, mapping out all key processes and identifying bottlenecks or unnecessary steps that can be removed or simplified. And just by leveraging on technology, innovating, that's the key. Keeping up to date, that's the best way to keep competition away. So these are some of the recommendations. There is a lot of information already. I will leave a summary with more lessons and recommendations he gave, Matt Mochary, in multiple aspects and scenarios of a business. But these are some of the lessons and recommendations he gave. However, I really recommend you reading this book because it's like 180 pages. It's easy to read and you get a nice overview of company building and a point of view from a really, I think the net worth of Matt Mochary is like $1.5 billion, his personal wealth. So he knows what he's doing, right? And he has a lot of experience. So I really recommend reading it. It's like 180 pages. I think it's worth it. However, if you don't really want to read it or you don't have the time, I leave the summary with many more lessons and recommendations in my description. And I recommend listening to this video maybe a couple of times whenever you shower and everything, because things don't stick on your head the first time you listen to them. Maybe they stick after the ninth time you listen to them. So it's always good to keep listening it, having it on the background, on the car, on the shower, whatever. Because the key is on constant improvement. We're going up, baby! See you soon next week from Tunisia. Ma salama ya habibi.